boy, we are just starting. Oh, they did not expect this one. Oh my god, this is so... Oh my... Look at this value. We even played Ghalta to draw more cards. We take this one. This one is cooler. And here it comes. The triggers. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today finally Dinosaurs, Eldrazi, and all the cool stuff, because what is the year without those cool creatures? And I mean, we are ramping to them with Invasion of Zendikar and Hedron, and the cool part about this deck is that it can actually fight against aggro decks, because we have not only full set of lockdowns, but we also have Get Lost for instant interaction, and even Sunfall for all the chunkier creatures that also love to be exiled. So this is how we go about mid-game while also ramping. We can use either Smuggler, Surprise, or Get Lost to always keep our opponent guessing what type of answer we have, and of course you can ambush with this and you have a lot of creatures that absolutely dominate the battlefield. With Ghalta we have 3 of them, because our idea is that we want to play all the creatures in one huge turn, and your opponent will most likely either Sunfall it or scoop instantly. So it will be one of the two. So guys, let's go into the gameplay. I think it will be very fun to watch, and I hope you will have a great time today. So have fun and enjoy. Alright, we're going first, and we have some Invasion of Zendikar to rule the board. So yeah, I mean, we don't have 2 mana ramp, but with Invasion of Zendikar it's okay. I would love to have 1 lockdown just to, you know, safeguard us against all the bad things that are bound to happen to us. We have Get Lost against Tyrranax, but we don't know what... This is such a weird build. It makes me think about some combo with like Grievous Wand, because then it deals, you know, around 10 damage. It really feels super aggro. I think they might be playing some combo. But let's go what? Invasion of Zendikar first. What do they have? I have no idea. I would guess that they have some halving effect or like doubling damage, something like this, and it could be some part of combo, but maybe I'm wrong. It's hard to tell at this point. With Zendikar we will be very ahead in the mana, especially with the Hedron. We can also go Rex in 2 turns, which will be probably extreme problem for our opponent, but we probably start with Tyrant. We could also go with the Hedron, if we assume that they have Phantom Interference. It kinda feels like this, to be honest. I will go like this, because with this, Phantom Interference doesn't work anymore. And we can always use some, you know, some extra mana for Aether Fish. Edict will still hit what they want, because they can choose token or non-token. Man, this mana is so excruciating, you know? If you know what I mean. Let's still go for this. They like us pinked. Well, we will give it to them. So I think this is a great moment to do it. They might have Edict, that's my only, like, you know, hesitation. Alright, let's go with this. Because if there's any deck that plays Edicts, it's like Dimir Control, like they love this stuff. I know, because I love this stuff. So here's your Honk, and here's your Tyrant for the day. Is that really the bait? The bait for the fish? I think they want us to tap it, pay the mana, and then they fund the interference this. No, you got it, alright? Just give me my dinosaur. No, you need a hard counter spell. Either 3 steps ahead or go away. I think they literally have Phantom Interference, and I hope they wanted to bait it. I'm so happy we didn't fall for it. So now this is okay, because whatever they do, we already got all the value. We got what? 2 new cards, and we still have the Tyrant in the board. The new cards aren't as impressive as I would love them to be, but it's okay. We also have extra cards with Hedron Archive, and now they cannot just wait, which means they need to start playing, and then we can go with the Tyrant probably. Or sorry, the Rex. We'll see. Definitely an interesting game still. And it's not decided at all, because we only have 1 more creature. We got 2 extra cards, but they are both not relevant for the matchup, so we actually got 0 cards basically. Maybe Get Lost will be used for something, but it's always on the bad side. I told you. Non-token. I cannot make another non-token, so here you go. But I told you they have the stuff. What? It is token! token! I have to say, I normally would. I think we. No, let's not be mean. Because we both missed it. Because they actually. I thought that I'm sacrificing this, so they actually did not have a way. No, they had, because we don't have 3 mana for the fish. But if we had 3 mana, we could go for it. And that was a full whiff. They named the wrong one. Oh, it hurts. I can relate to the pain. So do we go with Ghalta and Rex already? They might have sweepers. I think we need to play it smart, because we are still not winning it yet. If we play this and they have Edict, they will literally kill it very efficiently. Alright, I know. We will attack Zendikar. We can try to outvalue them. Like, we have more value than the control deck. And when this flips, we get additional card, additional creature, and this creature will protect Rex on the next turn from Edict. If they use it now, they deny the card, but that's it. They want to counter this. Sure. That's fine. That is absolutely fine, which means we go Ghalta, and we still draw the card. And I think we honestly don't go for the Rex. I mean, we draw even more cards, but they have Deadly Cover-Up. I don't want to, you know, get absolutely destroyed with this. If they go Deadly Cover-Up right now, they literally kill Ghalta because we sacrifice the Tyrant. And you can see in the card difference that our plays are just simply more efficient. They are trading card for card against everything, but our cards are more than 1 for 1. Sure. I could go for the map tokens, but it's not worth it. It's interesting they targeted this, but I guess they didn't have a choice because it's an artifact. So it still doesn't tell if that's an edict. Oh, that's a smart one. Because it's a token, we actually need to sacrifice it in response, but that means they have only 1 card to fight all of this, and I'm not sure if they can. I'm really not sure. And we can even win with double Fountainport probably. Let's go. That's how we roll. And we could go Zendikar, but why? If we can just go Smuggler, Surprise, protecting the Rex, and we just roll with this. Man, I like this. This was so good. And I love our opponent's deck. Like, this is exactly what I love to play with, but Dimir has always a bit of an issue with going 1 for 1. It's not easy to get this extra value. So if I make a fish, I cannot play Smuggler Surprise, so I honestly wouldn't tap a dance. Right, we're going first, and I mean we start with Plains probably. We definitely need to find an additional land. Is that another Simic? Oh my god, this deck is so insanely popular today. Alright, let's get our forest. Please don't get me mana screwed. Worst case, we can Smuggler Surprise. I would prefer to not use full turn just to mitigate my bad draw, but if we have to. Oh my god, I guess it is like this. So we will mitigate our bad draw with a full turn, and now we have 4 lands. What a draw. I think we take Fountainport. At least we can play 2 lands. So at least we didn't miss it all. So even though so normally you would be ramping into 6 mana, but because your draw is bad, you actually ramp back into 4 mana. So that's insane. Like, we would be casting Tyrant on the next turn if our draw was normal. But now they will be forced to start answering our Tyrant. So we will see how it goes. I mean, yeah. I mean, hello. Hello. Alright, so let's go with Zendikar. We should go for green. Yeah, let's go like this. And now we can even go Ghalta, but of course we cannot draw land and Ghalta at the same turn, so we won't. But we could get to 8 mana on the next turn already. I wonder what our opponent is exactly playing. Is that maybe just a bound control? I have a feeling it might, but I'm not sure. Like, it feels like a control deck, right? Overlord, so they probably play up the Beanstalks and stuff like this. However, that means they are fully tapped, so we will force a Sunfall probably. Yeah, let's go. They cannot counter. What is this? They have 1 mana something, or is this just a fake? I think it's a fake. Alright, here's the Ghalta. Stampede Tyrant. So you really want to play Ghalta with like 2-3 different creatures, and then if Tyrant is one of them, you are doing so many cards and gaining so much life. So I wouldn't be surprised if that will be Sunfall already, because that's the only way to perfectly answer Tyrant. Well, I guess they have so, like Soul Partition, stuff like this, but the Sunfall is like the universal one. They are going for the alright. They really are going high with this mana. They already ramped 2, so we basically both ramped. Oh, I know. This is Leyline Binding. But that's actually okay, right? Because we can kill it and get the Tyrant back. So when we try to attack here, they will probably use it. But you can always get lost in response, so they don't even get rid of the token. They passed the turn. Alright, let's see. I wouldn't mind if they block. I basically get a free card. Now what do you do? I like, this is Leyline Binding 100%, and they are fighting to use it, and they already had everywhere before, right? So this one white mana was Leyline. Here it is. Here it is. So you actually want this to leave the battle? Well, if we kill it now, we get the Zendikar thing. But it's not... Oh, they can still block them. We can still block. Right, I think we are okay with this. They get it. Now we play this. While they are tapped, we get our value back. And every time we're getting more... Oh, this is something. This is something. Now we can go another Zendikar. And I'm not sure about Glimpse the Core. And we actually need all of this mana. The more the better. I could kill this. I generally prefer to have some interaction. Not sure if that's the best play, but we also can get lost at the end step and then lockdowns to get rid of all the map tokens, which is nice. So basically we are fighting for this Tyrant. Leyline Binding is by far their best card of the deck, and Sunfall. And as you can see, they literally cannot break it. They had only one binding and the Tyrant is too strong for that. Alright, we're going first. I mean, we will see. We will see. And there's no lollygagging in this game. Alright, so I'm a little bit scared because we don't have literally anything for the first 4 turns. However, there are decks that it might not hurt us, but... well, there's literally not a single ramp spell here. It's fine, it's fine. Authority, alright, the first play of the game. Let's go. I'm a little bit scared that it will be some weird combo deck. So we need to go fast with Ghalta and probably... Oh, we know everything right now. Alright, so, I mean, we'll get a lot of life, that's for sure. They don't have the talent. Okay, this is huge. Do you think they have counter spells? I've seen versions that play them, but I hope they don't. Alright, alright. And now we are cooking. Now we are starting to go for serious. And on the next one we can go already with the first Tyrant. Yeah, we will see, we'll see. We can do so much magic here. They also have black wait. I thought that it's like the terror deck. Yeah, it is the terror deck. Why do they need black for this? What is the addition? I mean, something super sneaky. I've seen they have no counter spell, so I will just play the Tyrant. Oh. They probably won't be able to kill this, and even if they will, we'll get our... Oh my god. Now, see? Now we are cooking. Once you survive this early game, like, this is serious. And it's tapped. It will always be tapped, but of course they can attack with this. However, we are at 24, and our Tyrant, well, it will get bounced, don't you worry. Don't you worry. But if we can, like, we have so many plays that can try to overwhelm their mana, Sire will be a problem, because every time they target it, like, they are getting a lot of problems. Right, down to 20. We are basically dead. We are basically dead. So what we will do, I think I know. We will attack with Tyrant, try to flip the Zendikar, and I think they will bounce it then. And well, this is more efficient. This is problematic. I hope that they will tap more mana. And I'm not sure if they have priority. They had priority in single turn on 2 mana, and that could be the unsummoned draw, which would mean they have nothing else. We can go Ghalta and try to absolutely overwhelm the board. We could Sunfall. I think we go Sunfall. Okay, I think this is good play, because even if they have this town aim big enough, they can bounce both of them, but that means they are fully tapped. They lost their best card, and they didn't make a progress. And here I have a token. It's very scary, I promise you. It's so scary. So now I really hope... Oh, it always hurts when it's 1 mana. But we get more life, more time, and they have less cards. Alright, so if I will know the rest of the cards, we will absolutely win this. But right now I'm not sure what they will do. Of course they can go for a huge swing. Let's not activate it maybe. Let's go, Ghalta, you need to carry this game. They can tap a lot of creatures, but not all of them, and some will take a lot of pain. And here we go with the cool Tyrants, Sires of the Seven Deaths, and Ghalta, Tyrants. There's a lot of Tyrant, and bro, they just literally scooped, like they didn't even wait for the triggers. Alright, no lollygagging here. Very awkward though. We don't have mana to cast Lockdown, we don't have ramp, and we only have Tyrant. And we are on the draw, of course, so we will see. At least we can play the card right now. Let's start with this one. We show our colors, but I think it's okay. We'll probably play Forest into Brushland on turn 3, so they at least expect the Lockdown a little bit less. What did you do? Pirate. Alright, that's fine. You kinda want to get a stop, because you don't really want to show that you don't have Get Lost or anything like this. This usually changes how they play. Mockingbird. This is legendary, so they have to go for Siren. And we'll see if they respect our instance. Because we can go Lockdown on the next turn, so that means whatever they have in the board right now doesn't matter. And I really hope they will crack the... Alright, that's fine. Oh my god, they... Alright, they lost the game already. And this is... It's as easy as that. Like, they can go all the, you know, cheap damage, but at some point they will just lose everything. And they've tapped fully, which is... So basically they got insane turn, and... I mean, now we don't need to bluff anymore. Here we go. That's your... And imagine not having Lockdown on turn 3. Well, you better do it. You better do it. And here goes your deck, my friend. Now you have absolutely nothing. We go Hedron into Tyrant and we win. Alright, what is the captain doing? Treasure. So this also tells that they don't have 1 mana play, because it's entered the battlefield. So we go for Forest into Hedron. That means we have 7 mana on the next turn, which is enough to play the Tyrant. They can attack with this, but it won't deal 11 damage. It's not a red creature after all. Alright, this is a cool card. So 3 damage, and they still have this 1 mana, but they don't have 1 mana stuff basically. And you can see that Hedron is doing work. On the next turn we play Ghalta, we live gain Absolute Insanity, and we have the board that they literally cannot ever match. Yep, Lockdown. Lockdown is a friend of everyone not playing Aggro right now. Yep, and that's kinda... Honestly, this Tyrant will win the board alone, but oh boy. We are just starting. Oh, they did not expect this one. Oh my god, this is so... Oh my... Look at this value. We even played Ghalta to draw more cards. We take this one. This one is cooler, and here it comes. The triggers. I'm fully appreciative of opponent still not scooping, because at this point, we went. I told you, moment they... Exactly. Going first, we have Glimpse the Core. We have additional draw, so I think this should be okay. And we have green mana with the Verge. Yeah, I think this is nice. Let's see. Alright, no mountain, so hello. And let's see what our opponent is playing. I'm not really sure. I absolutely need to keep drawing lands. Worst case, of course, we can go for Smuggler Surprise, but this is the card you want to use as the basically your win con, not as the way to mitigate the bad draw, basically. Alright, this is Reanimator with Valgavot, but they do not have Valgavot yet. I have to play this. This is not what you want to do. So normally we would already be Hedroning, and next turn could be Tyrant, but because we got mana screwed, we have to play like this. And that's not exactly what we want, but we still will roll with it. At least we can play lands for 2 turns, but it cost us a lot. Now we basically wasted full turn on this. Alright, but maybe we can make it work. We'll see. Overlord. Let's hope they don't get Valgavoth already. Alright, no Valgavoth. They will get the Doldo, which means they will get extra cards. Close, but not yet. Alright, we go Hedron, and you know what? We actually might have 8 mana for Ghalta on the next turn. And we can go even with Smuggler. Okay, this will be a huge decision, because this is incredible value, but we can also try to go all in, and just try to hit the 8th land for Ghalta. If we hit creatures, we can also play them. You know what? This is okay, because we will unload everything we have. And even though they get a card, it's actually not as amazing, because this deck wants to discard a card as well. So sometimes it's better to, like, literally not have this better effect. Alright. I honestly think we Smuggler Surprise just for lands and creatures. We need 1 land for Ghalta. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I believe, guys. Whatever we hit, it should be good. Single land will do. Oh, our opponent is... No way! We hit all of the non-creature, non-land cards, basically. Alright, this is not amazing. Okay, I definitely hoped for a better though. I'm kinda tempted to go Tyrant right now, but let's go Ghalta. I think we need to kinda go all in here. But this was probably as hyper miss as ever possible with the Smuggler Surprise. Let's go Tyrant and Sire, we get some new cards, and hopefully we can redraw into second wave. That's usually how we do it, and we can use Hedron to, you know, go again. And we have Ghalta, we have a land. Yeah, I mean, we should be able to get to the second wave. I really hope this one will be enough. Even if they go Valgavoth, we can always Sunfall if we really have to, but we probably don't want to. Alright, let's see. They don't have Valgavoth in the graveyard, right? It's not yet. Liliana, okay. If they force us to sacrifice, we actually have the pair, yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Why? They know we can do this. Alright, show me. There's for sure some foul play, but I'll take it. Because we are getting basically a free creature, a free card, and they lose loyalty, and that's it. There's not much more here. Alright, we need to be quick, because Liliana can do crazy things together with, you know, Reanimator deck. They can discard and reanimate on the same turn. So, I think we just roll with it. Just full swing on face. That's what we have to do. This one has Menace, but also Trample, so they don't have good blocks here. We also have Smuggler Surprise, and I think I will just pass the turn and try to protect those creatures. This is already lethal damage. Smite. We still deal a lot. Like, we still win, right? Because this is 90. They need to do more. Yep. And now, enough damage with Trample to kill this. Yeah, this is a good game. I appreciate it, my friend. Alright. Alright. Oh man, this was so close. Alright guys, I'm not a fan of those kind of hands, so we take it, but it's very risky. We have 3 mana, Smuggler Surprise that can take lands. We have 3 mana, Temporal Lockdown. We are on the draw, so we are getting additional card. But are we good enough to throw it? Are we good enough to throw it? This is green mana, not yet Celestia. Oh boy, this might be one of those games where you draw the wrong card on turn 3 and you instantly lose. Alright, with this, I think we'll win. Man, this is crazy how the game changes based on one single good draw, or on the opposite, how the game changes if you miss a single turn and you are basically completely dead then. So right now we have Get Lost into Lockdown. This might be Resolute Reinforcements. If they go Jeskai, that means... yeah, I think this is Resolute Reinforcements into Night of Chaos. Here we go. Because this is basically a Boros without Epicure, and they splash the full color for the Siren. Because the Siren is 1-drop that produces Artifact together with Inspector, and that gives Gleeful Demolition on turn 2. And that means also Night of Chaos on turn 2, which gives them this insane combo that they always love to win with. I wonder, do they have more reinforcement? This could get messy. Sure. Man, imagine not having Lockdown on turn 3 in Standard. Here we go, the game is over. Here we go. To be absolutely honest, it's not fully over. Because this deck is so powerful, it can actually recover after even 2 sweepers. We are going first, and I mean, I have lockdown, I have some ramp, and we even have a Sunfall, which is nice. And man, every time you have Tyrant, you know that the late game will be nice. Like, this is one card that always gives you this value. And here we are with the true deck of standard, just 1-drops. Preferably with haste and double strike, and just keep playing them until one of the players concede the game because they didn't have the card. Alright, so the challenger. I honestly don't want to lock down this, but I might be forced to. I could go Zendikar. Then they go absolutely crazy, and they might even win the game on this. If I play the lockdown, they just play another creature, and then we are kinda in the same spot. I think this might be the only turn to do it. We can also Sunfall on the next turn, which is nice because it avoids the hero passive. I guess lockdown the same, but we can draw something also, so we can play lockdown into like the Zendikar or something, because we'll have 7 mana, so it's 3+4. Alright, so Scamp. Alright, Scamp is a good sign because this is a creature that doesn't get value on the same turn. I think this is really good. Let's go Dinosaur, because we probably need those. We could go Tyrant, but it's a bad call. I think this is Sunfall into a creature. That should be good enough. They cannot protect against it, because whatever they do, it's just hexproof. It doesn't prevent the exile. Yep, you just lose. Alright guys, I hope you had a lot of fun, especially if the aggro deck scooping to a single lockdown, which literally counters the whole deck. And yeah, I think this really tells a story of how much you can do with a single like lockdown Sunfall, this kind of stuff. And this is also the reason we went for this white splash for the deck, because with those answers you can actually defend yourself against all the aggro decks in some way. Normally if you play like mono green, I mean, you will be probably dead before you play Zendikar already, so you cannot really ramp unless you have extremely good draw on the play. However, if you go with, you know, Get Lost, Lockdown, some Sunfalls, and you have a lot of mana to play Sunfall a little bit faster than normally, or at least a little bit more consistently than normally, and with a single sweeper like this, you can get so much extra time that you will find a moment to play this Tyrant, and then they need to fight you for board, and of course they cannot, because your cards are stronger, especially Sire of the 7 deaths. Moment this drops against red aggro deck, you first strike for 7, they generally don't have this kind of toughness, so you kill something, you lifelink, and the rest of the blockers cannot do anything, attackers cannot do anything about it, because they probably invested everything into the big creature that is killed, and they cannot even deal 7 damage, not even talking about killing you after it. So if you get to this stage of the game, you absolutely win in like 1 full turn, because then you attack with the Sire, with Vigilance, and then you block, and it's 14 extra life, and you are back to 20 probably. So with that being said, a huge thank you to our patrons for always supporting our cool, crazy decks, and I hope you enjoy all the ramping that we are doing on this channel, and I hope it was fun to watch. So thank you guys, and honestly, I kinda increased the Hedrons because at some point I realized that I sometimes don't have the Zendikar, and it really hurts. So we are still mostly relying on Zendikar because you can flip it with Tyrant for some extra life gain, extra blockers, stuff like this, but Hedron is like the second best basically, and it can also draw cards in case you don't have the second wave. So yeah, very often I got mana screwed with this deck, so Smuggler's Surprise was added. I think I started with 1, we went to 3, because it's very versatile. It hits creatures faster than they can be played. If you can surprise a single Ghalta, that means every creature from your hand just lands on the battlefield during your opponent's combat phase, and that's usually completely enough to win the game. And it can also search you for lands in case you just miss on everything. For 3 mana you can just try to hit 2 lands. Sometimes this is good enough to just keep going, and later Sunfall, ramp, stuff like this. And that being said guys, of course this is a ramp deck, so it can be very inconsistent, and generally you should not try to ladder with this. If mono red is on the play and you don't hit lockdown, the game is basically over, but at least here you have a chance that you can try to curb them a little bit as they deserve. So, you know, just that being said, you will probably D-rank with this deck, but it's still fun, so we took the pain, so can have all the fun with the dinosaurs. If you appreciate it, like, subscribe, and we also have memberships and patrons, so those are the ways you can support the content. And yeah, I hope you had a great fun. Thank you for being until the end, and see you guys tomorrow.